Hi, welcome back to Leslie Ray's Scrappy Gig. I'm Leslie Ray, and we had a mild uh, technical problem. I think it's fixed now. But anyway, the reason I'm cracking up, let me tell you just a second. My friend Amanda has her very own show called Who Are You Calling Crafty? And I tried to make an introduction just 5 seconds before this one, and I said, "Who are you calling Scrappy?" That's totally not the name of my show. The name of my show is Leslie Ray's Scrappy Gig, and that's where we are. Isn't that funny? Okay, sorry about that, guys. What we're doing is we are doing rubber stamping in our scrapbooks, and I was just showing on the first part a technique where I do some masking with markers and with my stamps so as not to actually stamp right there. So that's how we're going to do. And in fact, probably what I'm going to do is use this first one that I did and cut it out, and this will be my journal block. And where we had kind of a light hint of the words Christmas memory, we're going to put my little bats there, so we're not going to see that at all. And in fact, also while I'm here, while it's still flat, I'm going to use this little guy on here because I want him on here. And I'm just going to test right here where I want him. I think I want him coming down like that. So I think I want him, this is just my test. I think I want him coming down like that off of that branch. So I'm going to do that over here. Yes, those of you who are guests, please feel free to log in and join us. We're not to steal Dawn's title, but we are having a riot here tonight. So I'll see if I can use everybody's show title. All right? Is that all right with everybody? I'll just borrow them all tonight. So, Dawn has a stream. Dawn, will you be streaming this Saturday? Sam, I need my red-handled scissors, please. They're on the table. Yes. Dawn's Craft Riot is on her Ustream channel, and if Dawn will put that in the room, then people can show up.
I have a crafty table, and it's mine.
I did this on paper. I'm totally going to do this on a piece of cardstock instead. But anyway, here's what it's going to look like in a minute. All right, so let's get going. Let's get our layout going. Like I said, I want to use these pictures that I took of my daughter and my son for Halloween. And she started off being a pretty mean dragon queen and ended up being the Wicked Witch. And I love how her costume turned out. And equally as much, I love how my son's costume turned out because he was a flying monkey. And I did a Ustream while I was making their wings about making flying monkeys. And this is his friend that's a girl. It's now his girlfriend. We can call her girlfriend now. But anyway, they were flying monkeys to go with the Wicked Witch. And of course, she had to have the pink bucket. I don't know. Thank you, Molly.
And a person that's had blood.
They're not seeing that picture, Sam. We're not scrapbooking that picture. We're scrapbooking you. So, Sweet Pea. Thank you. They saw this last week, okay? Rachel's younger sister went as I think a zombie bride or something scary like that. It was freaky. Anyway, she had blood coming off. That didn't seem to go with what I was doing here tonight. But I'm sure when we do Will's perspective, we'll do that. Or let Sam do her own little scrappy pages, and she can add a picture with Rachel's younger sister in there too if she wants to. Sorry, Tori. Anyway, what I'm using is scrapbook adhesive, Easy Runner. And I'm going to map my pictures, as always. I like matting in black. For me, black or white will create a nice barrier so that if the color that I pick doesn't quite, color-wise match my paper, it's not going to be a visual problem. You can still enjoy the scrapbook and the story without being hindered by, the color of the pictures and the color of my child's skin. Bev wanted to know, is anybody else having trouble with my voice freezing up? I have quite a few bars tonight, Bev. I have like 4 bars, which is pretty good. If it was down to like 1 or 2, I could understand, but okay. Another good segue in me using these pictures is because that stream where I made the wings and talked about costuming, that stream is no longer going to be available on my Ustream. Don't cry, though. Don't be sad, because I am getting it moved over to my YouTube account. And you can look at it on my fan page. It's down on the left-hand side. You kind of have to scroll down underneath my name. I may move it up higher, I think. But there's a link that says videos in my Ustream. And my archived videos and some tutorials that I've done for my blog are all being moved over to my YouTube, just for the purpose of housing them. Now, don't fret, because when I first started putting them over there, I had to break them up because of YouTube's thing about, you can only have like 15 minutes. Well, because I've been such a nice streamer and have not done things like, porn and weird stuff on my stream, they said I could upload anything I wanted to up to 2 gigabytes, of stuff. And that doesn't mean 2 gigabytes total. That means 2 gigabytes per upload. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Which is a good thing, because like a 2-hour show is about 700 and something megabytes. Which is, about a third of the amount that they said I had. So, no streaming past 2.5 hours for me. Because, I can marathon stream and record. But yes, if you're missing one of your favorites, it will be over there. Now, the stuff that has 30 to 50 plus hits on it, or not hits, but, viewings, I will probably leave those alone for now. Most of the stuff that I'm moving has less than 20 actual things. So, there you go. I've trimmed out my photos. I think I want to trim this a little more on this edge, just a smidge. There we go. So, I've got nice little borders around everybody. Just using black cardstock. Now I have to get out the big cutter, because I want to use this piece of paper And a piece of craft. I know, Mom. Don't cry. Don't cry for me. It's craft. So, welcome back, Bev. I haven't broke out the craft in a while. As you know, I've been trying to be craft free. But, yeah. This warrants craft. It just does. So, and I want to make this to be... Night, Tony. Yes, please do watch the recording. I'm glad you came. I cut this about 5 inches, and I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna rough up the edge a little bit, give it a little extra something something. And here, I want to cut this thin, like about 3 inches. Actually, I'm going to do 3.5. And the reason I'm picking 5 and 3.5 is because I want it to visually be half of the layout. So what that means is I want see if I can put that here. Does that make sense, guys? Here's 3.5 by 5, 3.5 by 5. Okay, so 5, 3.5. Okay. So if, you know, somebody stuck a piece of paper down the middle. Anyway, don't ask me why I want it that way. I just do. I think it would be fun. This has this lovely green on the back. I like the polka dots. I may use some of the lovely green for my embellishment. If Fab were here, he would say, please gut the paper. But, I'm not Fab. And I hate gutting. There, I said it. There needs to be a 12-step program for Gutters Haters Anonymous. So, there's that one. What do you use with the Crayola Slick Stick to blend them with? Pam, I don't know what to use with the Crayola Slick Stick because I have never, ever, ever found any anywhere. I have Mommy looking for them. I've been looking for them. I imagine there's lots of things you could use. I'm sure, like, if you use something like Gamsol, it would, you did. So you're sending me some? Is that what you're telling me? No. I'm sure if you had, like, a Gamsol, or if you were very gentle with the baby oil, you could use baby oil. Depends on what you want to use it for. Because like other pigment products, it's got a high pigment content, and it's, or not pigment products, other crayon products, it has a high pigment content in it. That is what I love about Crayola crayons. I'm sure that that could. No, I had used some other things. You're thinking of someone else. But those were recommended to me, but I had not. What I have used is Crayola crayons, or not crayons, but the pencils, the regular pencils, not the smear sticks. and used them with Gamsol. I think Fab uses a product, Sensador or something like that. Something like that. It's a solvent that I believe Grumbacher makes. So, hi, Mommy. Welcome back. And then, I think this. And see, if I wanted to, really, I could totally stamp this straight on here instead of on the white. And I think I might do that, because I think that would be really cool looking. So, my mouse is in my way. I do prefer using a tape roller to glue for my photos. Now, if I were to use some more paper, which I'm going to use this paper in a minute. This is a fun coordinations paper. Just trying to read where this one was from. It's called the Core Essentials Collection. I love it because it has the circles, and I thought it would look cool with this and kind of, you know, with her face and stuff. That's why part of me is sitting here thinking, well, I want to stamp this on here, but I need to also get my Happy Halloween in here. And my Happy Halloween I'm going to have to do in 2 stamps, because I really think this needs to go like that. That's what I think. And then also along that idea, I'm going to stamp my little cat, because I want him to be an embellishment on this photo here. And maybe duplicate him on this photo here. Have Spooky over here. Have my little bewitching. What do you think, guys? You liking that? Yeah, I'm gonna pull out some mixers to get some of that red in there, Pam, to match the red in her lips as well as the red in their costumes. So, but I need my Happy Halloween, because I want to stamp that first. Here's my Happy Halloween. Oh, I almost forgot my my Spidey. Actually, let's see. I know what I want to do. All of these go well together. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do a couple of things here. I'll show you one other quick technique here. we're going to do it on this so you can get the idea. This is a definition stamp. Okay. Now, I want to use like weathered wood. I don't want to use black soot because black soot is going to be really dark. I want to use something that will kind of go in. Now, if I do what they call a first generation, okay, it looks like that with this color. It's very light. So, what is good about that is I can use the weathered wood with the cat. Okay, so he's a light colored cat. And then I can use my black. And for my black, I'm using my India ink that my friend Terry introduced me to. And I could stamp Boo over him where you still have the India ink in the background. I mean, not the India ink in the background. The weathered wood kitty in the background with Boo over him. And you could do multiple Boos if you needed multiple Boos. Okay? Because I don't want another dark kitty. And I think I'd rather have something like this along the edge of the picture than having two of these on the page. I think two of these on the page would be overwhelming on the page. I think one of these on the page is going to be plenty. So I'm going to stamp him again instead of stamping him on ribbon. Like that. Okay, hang on. We're going to do that way because how the punch has to line up with him. Okay. These are great stamps. Stampin' Up! Is marvelous at getting stamps that line up with their punches like that so that you can use them together and make wonderful, wonderful pages. So this is going to be one of our embellishments. Okay. And this just folds in half and will go along the edge of a picture and be a little tag. I know, this is probably one of my favorite stamps. They do a lot of really cool stamp art with this as well. Like one is they make it look like an apple, where they put the top here and then they put like the line down here and make this look like the seeds where it's been bit by the apple. Very cute. Love this stamp, or that punch. Okay, so we're going to do this technique on the paper. And then when I go to stamp Happy Halloween, I'm going to show you here, and then we'll do it for real on the other. You need to do like we did with the first stamp, where you only put ink on part of it. Okay? And then, because this is a dark ink, you're going to want to do your best to do some cleaning on that side. And do the other side. Oh, cool. Okay. I'm excited because I don't know if you can see here. Look, by the H, there's a little Spidey. I got him. So that will be for my actual title on this page. I'm going to put it on this, and then I'm going to use some of the green to go around him. And then, let's see. I'll go ahead and stamp out my bewitching. No, I don't want to stamp out my bewitching. I want to put my bewitching on something. Okay, let's go back to what we were doing. So this is going to have this attached to it. Now, when I go to attach this, I will use my Crafty 3-in-1 from Beacon for that. Just simply because it's going to be an embellishment. I like the hold that the 3-in-1 gives. And this will be fine on the picture. It's just when I'm mounting and stuff, I like using the tape runner. I hope that helps. It's expensive glue, but you don't have to use as much because it really, really holds. Oh, goodness, Jen. Be safe. We have rain in the area, but no storms. If this did not have words all the way to the edges, I probably would use brads in here, because that's what I like to do with this punch, is put brads in either corners a lot. You've seen me use this on my my art journal as well for my calendar. This glue, Beacon 3-in-1 craft glue. So that's going to go there. And I'm going to stamp down here in the corner. I'm going to start just stamping, not randomly. I want them to kind of line up, but I want them down here in the corner. Yes, it is awesome glue. I love this glue. And I'm going to let this run off the edge, guys. So visually, it will look kind of staggered. And to get up close to the edge here, where's that piece of paper? Well, the thing with this glue is that even though it is a bit more in price, it lasts a long time. The bottle lasts a long time. And you don't have to worry about the glue not having a good sturdy hold. It does. It doesn't go anywhere when you put, you know, this not coming off. And I love that. I love that confidence that I have with that. Okay, need a little more. And it dries very quick. It doesn't wrinkle the paper. I have fans of Beacon in the room. And as far as paper crafting, I've used tons and tons of glue over the time. And this is the one glue that I never, ever have to worry about. It's my favorite glue. Of all the paper crafting I've ever done, it's my favorite glue. Okay. Now, what I did is I came back over it and stamped directly on. I have the background text, and then I came back in with black, just one, and stamped the Halloween definition. Thank you. Let me get this one on too first. Okay. And see, my Happy Halloween will fit right there perfectly. So I'll get my cutter out. Thanks, Cheryl. I love it. Now it's just a smidge crooked. Let's try that again. I had to look and see where my little witchy poo went to a while ago. She was all up in my space, and then all of a sudden she was quiet. I was starting to think maybe she fell asleep on me again. Alright, perfect. This, I cut it at 3 by about 2. Yay! And that's going to go perfect here and give me a little bit of space to use that green like I want to. And what I want to do is I want her to go down there. My little bewitching. So, in order to get the maximum out of my piece of paper, I'm going to cut my width and I cut my width at 3.5. Stay safe, Jen. Be careful. Alright, and I had here is my little edger, and I had a piece of sandpaper here just 5 seconds ago because we were sanding with it, or a fingernail file. Okay, if you were a piece of sandpaper, where would you be hiding? Sam, would you bring Mama a piece of sandpaper, please? Would you bring a piece of sandpaper, please? It's right up here, baby. It's under your hat. It's under Sam's hat. That's where it would be, right? I want this to stand out just a little bit more. So I'm going to kind of use that gray that I used, the weathered wood, to kind of go around this edge of that, so that when I put it up against this, it'll have just a little edge to it. Okay. You keep yours under Papa's hat. What it is I don't know if y'all noticed behind me, I have some new from Christmas paper racks that my dad built for me as my Christmas present. And I love them. And one of them I've got full already, and I'm working on the other one. And it's the other one, while I'm working on it, it's sitting in the other room. And the sandpaper, because I'm trying to put all the sandpaper in one spot, I've got it collected right there. And Sam came in and put her hat on it. So, and that would be why, right? Isn't that cool? So, that's going to go on there. And then we're going to do a little ripping a little further down here. I want a little bit of that showing. I need to sand a little bit more right up there. Now, actually, I may rip on both ends. I'm going to rip right there. And I'm going to rip towards me. And the reason I'm going to rip towards me is because I want the core to show again. Okay? And I'm going to rip towards me again on the top. Again, so the core shows. And then on the sides, I want to run down the edge of it with just a little bit of my distressing tool here to give it just a little, a little extra distress. Now, of course, like we did last time, we could hit this with the gray, and I think I might, just to kind of help tie it together. Give it that little extra edge. Kind of love those. And then this will go here. And now we need our little witch. She's gonna go there. But I'm thinking, how do I want to put her on there? So I know I want this down. I'll go ahead and glue this. This I want pop dotted, so I'm going to use my foam squares. Welcome back, Molly. Do you keep your do you keep it under any particular of Papa's hats, Mama, your sandpaper, or just under the one that's on top of the sandpaper? Okay. I'm going to stamp out. I'm going to moving this just temporarily. I'll stamp me some Mr. Bat in black. I'll trim him out. Okay. think I'm going to do, I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to stamp my bee on this, on here, and then I'm just going to cut a square around him, okay? But before I get carried away cutting him out, I'm going to cut in a minute. What I'm going to do is grab, ta-da, some mixers, and I want to use the red. I have some bootleg mixers. These are because Terry had the design team have them in their hands before she had them all ready to go. And so mine don't have color on them. Night, Jen. Glad you could stop by. I'm going to use some shimmer red, which is not a bootleg one. And I want to use the shimmer pearl for his wings. And with the shimmer pearl, then I want to use some of the glitter on that. I'm going to use a little bit of yellow glossy accent. Not glossy accent, sorry. Ew, wash my mouth out. Actually, I'm going to use this one. This is it's a little bit darker. I mean, it's that one. Crystal lacquer in the color. And I think that's it. So, to paint his little feet, or not his little feet, his little wings and stuff, since I'm using such a small amount. Oh, I was going to get the pearl out. Where's the... Oh, I have the green pearl. The green pearl is for the hat. I'm not sure when it will be in physical stores. I know right now you can order it through Viva Las Vegas Stamps, and that's at stampo.com. Wayne was the first one to do her stuff online. Let me see. If you haven't seen them, here is... Yeah, Hero is trying to get them all out. Here is the what you can see online with all of the different types of products. I love them all. We've played with most of it and have really, really enjoyed it. So, I'm not sure yet what Mommy's plans are. I know we've talked about it. So, alright. You can use a, whatchamacallit, a palette to do your mixing. I've also found that a gift card that needs to be recycled works really well too. And I usually don't use my big bottle. I usually have this poured off into my little bottle. And I'm using just a little bit. I'll show you right here. See, just a little dab will do you. Because I only have a little space to cover. And first I want to do the hat. And actually, after I put that down, I think I'm going to use the black lacquer instead for the hat so that it will deepen it. And I thought I pulled the black lacquer out. I guess I didn't. Here it is. So I'm not painting the black lacquer first. I'm painting something else first. I'm going to paint her wings. And look how pretty this is. This is the shimmer pearl. Ooh, isn't that nice? Okay. So for the wings, I'm going to paint them shimmer pearl. And then I'm going to go back over them so they'll be more glittery with a little bit of glitter. And I just put a little bit on my brush and just kind of dabbled it in. Come on, focus. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to paint this over her wings. And remember, I stamped this with the India ink. And this is doing wonderful. It's not trying to run. It's coming through with the color and everything. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love how that worked. Not trying to run at all. Neat how. Alright. So that's the shimmery pearl. And then I'm going to put a little bit I'm going to color her broom with the red because I want to color her hat with the green. And so I'm just grabbing a little bit on my brush again. And I'm just going into the other side of that dot. That's how little I'm using. I mean, it's a little bitty image. You don't have to use a whole lot of paint or glitter or the lacquer. And so I'm going to go along the brush that she's, or the broom handle that she's sitting on. And I love using this in my scrapbook because I don't have to worry about it being, acid-free because the lacquer is acid-free. The products are acid-free and they're just beautiful. I don't know if you saw my post last month or for Sakura, but I did a post using the lacquer and actually it was this month because we've already had a bunch of Mondays. I used the lacquer to make flames on a layout for Will. It's not going to take very long at all to dry. It's going to be pretty dry pretty quick. The wings are almost dry. They're just barely tacky. So, and then I'm going to mix the color for his hat. And I'm going to use the black lacquer for the hat. And the reason I want to do this is because this is an interference color. And let me show you the difference here. I'm going to do it on this. If we were painting the interference color directly on to black, you wouldn't have to use this product, okay? I'm going to show you the interference color with white and then the interference color with black. Okay, let me get a piece of white paper here. Okay, here's our token white paper. I'm going to use a different brush because I have red still on this one. Alright. Getting a little on my brush. Going to mix it in. This is just really pretty. I have a piece of black left over from where I was cutting black also. Let me grab that. There's a strip of black. Okay. Okay, this is the green pearl. This is the interference one. This is on white. Let me paint it on here too. Here it is on green, on black. Now remember, this is using the clear lacquer. And I'm going to show paint it randomly right here. So you can see why I need to put the black in. Okay. See if I can get all three of these up here. Okay, here you go. Here it is on the white. Here it is on the craft. So you can see a little bit of green. But on the black, the green just pops. Okay? So depending on what surface you painted on, an interference color, because see, in the bottle, it looks powdery white. So, I know, interferences are so much fun to play with, Molly. I love them. So, let's do the same thing with the black. Now, the black does not necessarily only have to go with the interference colors. It can go with whatever you want it to do, because it's an enhancer. And it enhances the colors. Now, why this is different than their black lacquer? They have a black lacquer product. Here's their black lacquer. This is different because this is basically this cut in half with crystal lacquer. This is, think leading, okay? Think leading. This is going to be runnier. And then we're going to grab the green. Let's go grab some green. Here we go. Grab green powder. Now I use more because more is fun. So here it is. What's fun sometimes if I have a gift card that's black and I'm mixing these, obviously you see it immediately, the colors. What this enhancer enabled us to do with the interference colors is you immediately see what happens when you're going to put this on black. But the cool thing is also, because look, I have it sitting right by the black strip here. Here it is, by the black strip. So you see, it's almost perfect, right? But if I then paint that on my black, it's just a little bit more opaque, whereas this is more translucent, right? Okay. Here it is painted on white. Here's me sticking my finger in the other color too, because I can. And then painted on our other color here. So let's see. Turn them this way. Here we go. All right. So with the enhancer, without the enhancer. And both of them on black. So pretty cool, huh? The enhancer is just really neat. I have another type of mica in my possession that is not Terry Sproul's mixers, and it is different still. It doesn't mix the same as this does going in. They searched when she was developing this product really hard to find a mixer or a mica that would be so nice and powdery and creamy that it would just easily blend in with this. And I think they found it. I really love how well this blends, because I've used the other product before playing around, and it just does not give you the same quality of mixing as this does. So there's my little Witchy Poo's hat to match it. And now I'm going to color, oh, now I'm going to put the lid on the green pearl first. Hang on. So, rule of thumb, if you're getting any of the interference colors, don't forget to get the enhancer, okay? Now this, I'm going straight out of the bottle onto my project. And that's because these little color tubes of stuff come, and I'm going to do some on, I think I'm going to do some here on this as well, because I want it to look kind of straw-like. They come with a great little applicator. And the applicator on here just allows you to pinpoint exactly where you want to put the lacquer. It's awesome. So I'm going to put this over to the side to dry, and then we'll glitter his wings some more so they can be even shinier. But isn't that fun? Love, love, love these products. I've been using colored lacquer forever. And when I went out for the design team, I kicked myself because I searched probably most of the month to look for this very package. This is my second package of this product. This I bought at convention. If Mommy's in the room, maybe she can help. Probably maybe 5 years ago. You can see it's still moving. It's still lacquery and liquidy and still very usable. The yellow you can't see as much because I used a lot of yellow and it keeps moving. It's moving, guys. It really is, because I can see it moving in the tubes. But use this a lot. It lasts a while unless you get kind of crazy like I do and, you know, smear it on everything. Great product. So let me cut out him and do the second page, and then we'll come back and our lacquer will be done and we can finish assembling our page. Yay! Yeah. The yellow, I have used so much yellow. One of my favorite projects that I did this fall was to color one of Amanda's Digi stamps completely with the yellow lacquer. Or not with the yellow lacquer, but with the colored lacquers. And they are so pretty. And a project I did just recently for the design team, well, last week, I had almost completely ran out of my clear lacquer, but I wanted to do some images on some acrylic, and I die cut some thick pieces of acrylic and made some ATCs with it and used the colored lacquer to do my project. and really, really love that. So, sorry, I have trouble cutting and talking at the same time sometimes. Talk amongst yourselves while I cut that. Let's see what. The paper matters, the weight of the computer paper. Yeah, you want a good quality cardstock. Although the cardstock I use for my digis is an inexpensive paper that I can buy, or cardstock that I can buy at Staples or at Walmart. That I run through the printer most of the time. Sometimes, especially like some of my signs and stuff, I want it to be a little bit sturdier, and so I'll use the Basil cardstock that my mom gets in her store, and that's a heavier weight, and it will take the weight of all of the lacquer being added to it better than, you know, like if you're just going to gloss the eyes or a specific part of the critter, then I would say use, by all means, use the cheap cardstock. But if you're going to do a whole picture of the lacquer, then do the other. Okay, so I quasi fussy cutted him. I left a little bit of the color around him. Okay. On the cha-cha beads, I just used cheapo cardstock. That was not expensive cardstock at all, Bev. Not at all. Okay, I'm gonna move. Okay, let's go over here. All right, and we're gonna put that one there. We're gonna do this one here. We're gonna stamp our kitty here. I think he's gonna fit just perfect right there. So I'm gonna stamp him there real quick. Get that started. I know I want that there. So. Oh, thank you, Bev. Okay, there's my kitty cat in the background. And then get my boo 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 going. Yes, it does. That's one of the reasons I had to have that tag set, is because I have this boo set and I have to match it because I love it. Yes, ma'am, Sam. When is Torrin coming? Here, let me give you the phone and I'll let you call Torrin. Hang on just a second, guys.
Torrin is my best friend.
He's your best friend?
I'm never gonna let him go.
You've known him all of your life. Do you know that?
Mm-hmm.
So, hang on just a second. Let me... My worry ward is worrying. Let me let her call her Holly. Okay, here you go. You go talk to Holly in the other room, okay?
Okay.
Take Mommy's phone.
Where the music is.
Yes, you go talk to Holly in the other room. Okay, so that's going to go there. I know. No, they are sleeping at the Scout House. They are, since this is here in town, they're going to sleep at the Scout House. And that will be plenty cool. There's electricity there, but, you know, it's still just it's not their own beds. They can count it. Wow, leslierahye. Oh my. They were very crooked. Let me try that again.
15 minutes, Mama.
Okay. So. There we go. Sorry, took 2 hands to do that straight. So, here we go. Hello. Spooky. Spooky. Okay, here we go. And here's Spooky on this side. There we go. And I'm going to go around the edges with that. And then here we go. I'm going to pop dot this too, right there.
She'll see me in
Okay.
10 minutes.
Okay, good. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and put my foam dots here. Is it really pouring here? Well, see, that's... There's a whole lot of them, Molly, that are sleeping outside. They're doing a camping... well, some of the adults are doing a class where they have to sleep outside. They're doing their baloo training. And part of that training is you have to sleep outside. So they're going to get wet. No doubt in my mind. Did anybody see where I went with my little wacky bat? Oh my goodness. I cut the little sucker out. I'll have to cut out another bat, guys. Okay. I am going to use... I didn't pull a green over here. Where's the other side of my page? Okay, here's the side of my page. So I'm going to... I think I'm going to stamp it in black. I was thinking orange. Or actually, no, maybe... Let's go with the orange. That'll have some red in it. That's spiced marmalade.
Be good.
Thank you, Sam.
It's so cool. It's so cold.
But anyway, they have to be outside, and so they're sleeping outside on the intramural fields to get their camping in. And then, like, my friends whose son I'll have, their kids are all also sleeping outside. Not because they have to, but because they're not getting, like, a room or something. So there's going to be quite a few people that are going to be outside in it. So that will kind of be bad. How far away is Molly? What, about 2 hours, Molly? 3 hours? Something like that. She's to the southwest of us. Okay, this way. And I'm going here. Yeah, that is a short distance for Texas. Yeah, my mom is like an hour and a half away from me. So, if I had to, I could day trip it down where she is. If I had to. So, love it. I think that looks good, guys. You like that? I do. Let me stamp my little Spidey. He's going to go right in here. And that's where we're going to be, where I'm going to do my journaling. I'm going to get my silly kids in. Cool, Molly. When we first moved to Texas, we lived over in Fort Worth, in the North Richland Hills area. And then we moved over into Arlington. And I went to all of my schooling in Arlington except for, like, kindergarten and first grade. And this is going to go right here. So, let's see. So those are going to go together like that. And I have to cut out 2 more, or at least 1 more batch. Because actually I think I want to stamp a bat here. No, I think I want to cut him out. I have to cut out more bats. Isn't that crazy? There's 1 bat. We'll cut him out. I wonder where my bat went. Did y'all see where the bat went? He's flown away. Cool, Raven. I knew that about you, didn't I? I went to school at the University of North Texas, which is in Denton. And then I got married, and I came down here and went to school here, too, and got my master's degree. My mom also went to North Texas and got a degree.
And her dad named Papa.
Thanks, Pam.
And they're my grandma and grandpa.
Yeah, just 1 second, guys. Okay, there we go. Okay, here is my little wacky bat. Almost got him. Like I said, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, and I have tons of Halloween stamps. This is not even start to do my my Halloween stamps. I have a lot. But Fab does a great challenge, and I believe, if I understood correctly, he is going to be redoing his challenge, or starting his challenge back up in March for Halloween cards. And I'm very excited about that. So hopefully I did not do so hot doing the challenge last year of Halloween cards. And I'm going to do better this year. I've been trying to enter more challenges and create more art. And I'm doing pretty good. I've got to get some more posts up for you guys. I've got to get my February page, the blank page, up for you to see, and my finished January page. But I'm doing good with that. I'm having a lot of fun with that. Okay, so here is my Wacky Wacky bat. I'm popping him up, and I may decide after I journal, I may decide I need another bat or two in here. I haven't decided for sure. Let me go get the rest of my element here. Okay. Okay. She's dry, guys. Okay. So I'm going to cut her out as a little square, and then I'm going to glitter her wings and put her on so you can see her. And then we will wrap up. I'm kind of making, I'm putting her over here because I want to kind of make it so that it's parallel with her broom. Let's go this way. There we go. So here she is cut out. Ta-da! And because I went around the edge with the other, I'm going to do the same here, just so it'll kind of matchy match. And there we go. And then let's put just a little bit of lacquer. And you can absolutely use crystal lacquer to put your glitter on with. It goes on so smoothly with, just brush it on how you want it. So I'm going to brush this on. And how I've got my brushes are a little stiff because of the lacquer in them. I'm going to clean those by soaking them in some fingernail polish remover. And they will be perfect. Perfect, perfect. So, this glitter, if you're familiar with Close to My Heart products, this glitter is like that of their Prisma glitter. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it out. Super fine glitter. It's like glitter encrusted wings. Let's see if I can get that on there. Can you see how encrusted that is with glitter? So when that finishes drying, that's just going to be like super glitter encrusted. Okay? That's going to be so cool. Love this. Molly, don't look. It's glitter. Okay. Yes, that is the yummy terry glitter. Ultra fine glitter. Isn't that awesome? But don't look, Molly. Don't look. So, I see you looking, Molly. Totally see you looking. But I'm going to put her right there. I'm going to put her on some pop dots. I'm going to do this even though she's wet. So I like this layout, guys. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I love using stamps on my layouts. The things I showed you are just some, enhancement techniques and that kind of stuff. You could very well get yourself some letters and do your titles with them instead of buying a title pre-done. If you have like an alphabet set, making alphabet titles is so easy. and so much fun. One of the sets I bought from Stampin' Up! Before their stamps kind of quit appealing to me, because I guess probably because I had most everything I wanted out of the catalog, is they had a set called Doodle, and it's very reminiscent of doing Zentangling. And each letter is a little doodle that is a skinny letter, and they doodled the things, the letters. Okay. Alrighty. So here's page 1. Cha. With the silly Sam I Am and her Happy Halloween. And my little bewitching witchy. And then over here. And then on this side, I'm not going to bore you with my journaling, because I'm gonna journal and kind of get some of Sam's input about what her favorite day was, part of the day was. I know part of it was her gloves. That's why we have to make sure we have the picture with the gloves in them. And this is my little journal block. So I'll finish that and take photos and post it up on the blog with a copy of this so that y'all can go visit and chat with it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. I think they turned out really cool. Raven, I am so glad you asked that. Let me move this over to the side, and I will answer that question. The question is crystal lacquer like glossy accents? And the answer is no. And the reason being, here's me. Hi, Raven. The reason being is this has a higher viscosity. It holds its shape. That's why it's 3-dimensional. If I were to use the glossy accents, like usually I use it to highlight my eyes, or here's a card I did last year, and see how I highlighted his little antlers. Okay. Now, granted, this is not a Paramage card. This is a decoupage card, and of course it's layered. But like, look at his eyes. They'll come into focus. See how it stayed exactly where it is? Let me see if I can get it sideways so you can kind of see how tall it gets. Let's see. I'm trying to get it where you can see the height of his eyes, but I'm not having good luck. Anyway, it holds a height better than glossy accents. If you put glossy accents on there, it would run. It would flatten out. This holds its shape. It's amazing stuff. And same with all of the little pins, like how my little bee, her face looks all dimensional. It's going to stay that way. It's not going to flatten out, and it's not going to bleed over. It's going to stay exactly where I put it. So, it's amazing stuff. Love it, love it, love it. I have seen it in stores. Usually I see it like at conventions. The first person that ever introduced me into glossy accents was Stamps by Judith. Stamps by Judith carried glossy accents. I mean, that's where I got my first set of color pens to color with my stamps with, because I love them. They're great. So, yeah, Stamps by Judith, she does amazing things, and crystal lacquer was one of the things she did coloring. You've got some coming next week. Yay! Of the crystal lacquer. Mommy, did you just pop back in? Several people had asked, were you going to be trying to carry Terry Sproul's mixers in the store? And I told her, yes. Okay, cool. So, but, I mean, they're wonderful things, and I, like I said, if you like ultrafine glitter, this is yummy, yummy, yummy. And, of course, her mixers are just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm on an upcoming blog hop. Let me advertise for that, too. Mixing creativity with crystal lacquer is an upcoming blog hop that is featuring Terry Sproul's mixers, and it's going to be on the 25th of February, and you can start at the crystallacquerblogspot.com. And that also, if you want to, Amanda is going to be in that as well. If you want to get on that blog and look, several of us have been using the powders and the mixers, and you want to be a part of that. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then here is the Odd Show. That is going to be our National Scrapbook Day live extravaganza. And it's on May 5th, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next crafty gig is coming in March. And it will be March the 16th. So be there. Don't be square. Again, a look at the beautiful mixers. And I showed you how to play with one of the interference colors, as well as some of the shimmers and all that kind of beautiful stuff. Love those things. Please, 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 please join me for our Scrappy Challenge. I'll be posting that later tonight. And you can join in on the fun. I had 3 actual participants this time. And Mommy, our winner was Amanda. So there you go. Products that I used tonight are available through cutandpastememories.com. They also do special orders. As Mommy just said, she's going to be carrying crystal lacquer and the refills and all that kind of stuff. So lots of yummy products there. All of the scrapbook paper I used is from Mommy's store. Every bit of it. And all of the adhesives that I used are from her store. So if you like the products that I'm using, she has all of them. And remember, we have a Crafty Gig discount. So if you go back and look at some previous Crafty Gig postings, you will figure that out. Mom is asking, do we want to do a pre-order for Tim Holtz Distress Markers? And Mommy, my answer is absolutely yes. So please do that for me. So, and then here, this is me. Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig is the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. My next Crafty Gig is next Friday, the 24th. I will be doing a really, really, really fun project. I did this as a Earth Day project, I think back in April last year, where I created a hideaway book. It's a hollow book, and you have space to hide stuff. And unlike a normal hideaway book where you start with the book, we're going to start with some cardboard and some white paper. So if you want to join me in playing with that, get yourself some corrugated cardboard and like some chipboard or just plain cardboard or cereal boxes if you're Amanda, and bring that on. Yes, yay, Molly. I have an Earth Day blog hop on Earth Day, which is April 22nd, and I know Amanda signed up for that as well. And then you need to look. Coming to you on Good Friday, we're going to have another Easter steampunk kind of thing. I had my steampunk compadres all said, we can't wait until October, because that's when the next one was going to be planned for steampunk. And they're like, I really feel steampunk spring coming on. So yes, we have a steampunk spring hippity Easter steampunk blog hop. Should be kind of fun, because get it, Mom, hippity hoppity. I knew Mommy would love that. So we'll have that, and then in April we'll have our one for the Earth Day, and then we'll be slamming right into the scrapbooking show, which is going to be fun. I've got some great people bringing forth some donations for that, and I'm really excited about that. lots of cool stuff being donated. So it's all, you can keep up with all of it on my Facebook page at facebook.com/leslierahye, or The Odd Show. Go to facebook.com, The Odd Show. Like I said, we have coming later this weekend some really awesome announcements that I think a lot of you will be pretty excited about. I know we're excited about them. So please, please, please check that. And we have Dawn, who is having her show tomorrow, Dawn's Craft Riot. And that will be... Raven, let me finish and I'll explain. Dawn's Craft Riot will be on Saturday, and I believe that is at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. And then Fab Show will be, of course, at noon Eastern, 11 Central on Sunday with Paper Mood. Raven, follow my blog, and there will be some news there as well to kind of help you. If you must stay away from Facebook, you can keep up with it there. I promise. So thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. My interruption that I thought was going to be in the middle of the show just showed up at the perfect time. So yay, Amanda, for winning, and love you all. Thank you. I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.